Welcome, everyone. I'm Christine Jackson. I'm Burt's Bees' Canadian National Training Manager, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Burt's Bees 101. How many people have had any Burt's Bees training before? If you have had Burt's Bees training from myself or one of our ambassadors, please say yes into the chat box. I'm just curious if there's anyone going to say no, that they've never had any Burt's Bees training, because this is sort of a new program I've set up, the Burt's Bees 101, to ensure that everyone interested has access to the whole story. Okay, so some people are saying yes, they've had training, some are just starting with this week. So I love this education session because it really tells you who we are as a brand. And I always find with this type of content that people are quite surprised and delighted at the depth to which Burt's Bees goes on ensuring our values and our efforts are really aligned with our purpose. And our purpose, we believe as a brand, is to connect people to the wisdom, power, and beauty of nature. So that's a overarching message that we feel is very important, so that we're connecting people to the wisdom, power, and beauty of nature, not just through our products, but through our actions as well. And just like our co-founder, Burt, was able to find beauty and power in bees, we continue to look to nature for wisdom. And as we go through the session, you'll see a lot of elements of where we look to nature for wisdom, power, and beauty. I'm going to start off our session, though, by introducing you to Burt Shavitz. So this scruffy bearded guy is our co-founder, and he had been a successful photojournalist in New York City in the 70s, and he decided to pack that up and live off the grid and be in harmony with Earth. So truly a tree-hugging hippie kind of guy. He moved to the state of Maine in the U.S., and he bought this little turkey coop, 2 stories, mind you, with a little cot upstairs, but very basic, with no running water, no electricity, and he just wanted to live in harmony with the earth. He became a beekeeper in order to have some money from the sales of the honey, and he was living in harmony and just living very simply when one day, in the early 80s, he picked up a hitchhiker named Roxanne Quimby. She's pictured here with Burt and Burt's dog, and here again with the red cap and scarf. And Roxanne Quimby was an artist. She studied art at college, and she was also from a very entrepreneurial or business-minded family. When they first connected, when Burt stopped his yellow pickup truck at the side of the road and picked up Roxanne Quimby, who was hitchhiking on her way into a waitressing job in their little town, Roxanne started asking Burt questions about his beekeeping and asked what he was doing with the beeswax that you typically remove from the hive in order to access the honey. And he had been stockpiling it, being very frugal. He didn't know what to do with it, but he definitely wasn't going to throw it away. So Roxanne had the idea that they could work together and create beautiful beeswax candles. So look at this cute little bear candle. And the fruits, those are all candles that Roxanne, as an artist, was able to create. So not surprising, they developed a very successful business selling candles. They had about $4 million in sales after a few years, where Burt was acting as the beekeeper and supplying the beeswax, and Roxanne was creating these beautiful candles with Burt's help, and then packaging them in very attractive, cute little packages. They got some great contracts with boutiques in New York City, so they were off to the races. And then in the 90s, Roxanne came across a little recipe book, like a farmer's recipe book, that had natural recipes for hand salves and lip balms. And this image of the yellow tin with the little bee that Roxanne painted onto the tin was the first Burt's Bees peppermint oil beeswax lip balm, the #1 selling lip balm that we have to this day. And that was our very first product. So very exciting to have moved from candles into personal care, because really that's what launched us to where we are today. So here's a picture of Burt in front of an early Burt's Bees office, and in the 90s, so we did expand into larger office facilities. I'll show you in a moment, from what they started with the very beginning, and launching into other products beyond lip balms and hand salves, such as our naturally nourishing milk and honey body lotion, which we still have today in different packaging and an improved formula, but it's still a great seller today. Into the 2000s, Burt's Bees products started expanding outside of the U.S. into Canada and Asia, and we launched the Greater Good business model, which focused on being good for you, products that are good for your health and wellness and the wellness of your skin, good for all, having support and research and involvement with our community, and good for us, making sure that we're making business decisions that are going to keep us profitable in order to reinvest in our brand and continue to create these beautiful, nourishing, natural personal care products. In 2007, Burt's Bees was purchased by Clorox, and for many that seems like a very odd fit, but it's not so odd when you know the true business that Clorox runs. So most people think of Clorox as the bleach company, and thank goodness in these days that we have bleach readily available to disinfect and keep us safe. Clorox also has many other brands and really looks at ourselves as more of a health and wellness company. We have Brita to ensure or encourage people to drink more water and reduce the use of single-use plastic bottles. We have Glad garbage bags and compostable bags to help with waste management and diverting from landfill. We have Renew Life probiotics and supplements. So there's a lot more to Clorox than just bleach. And when Clorox purchased Burt's Bees in 2007, they definitely supported the initiatives that Burt's Bees had always been following since Burt and Roxanne started us with the DNA of being true to nature and really following the beauty, power, and wisdom of nature. In fact, Burt's Bees formulas became higher percent natural after Clorox purchased. So that's kind of an interesting fact. 2010 into the teens, we celebrated our 30th year as a brand and launched cosmetics. So a beautiful line of high color payoff, long lasting, natural origin cosmetics that have been delighting consumers since we launched in 2018. So this is mentioned a picture of Burt standing out in front of the more modern office, but that dilapidated old schoolhouse was actually the first production site for Burt's Bees when Roxanne and Burt were melting beeswax and adding almond oil and coconut oils over a stovetop to make the very first lip balms. And once they started expanding their business, they moved from the original schoolhouse into an old bowling alley in Maine. And then as business quickly grew and grew, they needed to move and moved actually out of Maine into Durham, North Carolina, which was a more business-friendly community with easier logistics and shipping opportunities and a larger source of employees, et cetera. So this is a picture of our current head office in Durham, North Carolina. It's a beautiful building. It's a refurbished old factory. It's LEED certified. It has refurbished barn board floors. It's just beautiful inside and outside. A few years ago, we added to the beauty outside by adding a mural painted during our Culture Day as part of our Good of the Hive project that Matthew Wiley is undertaking. He's an artist committed to painting 50,000 honeybees on murals around the world. This is an inside look at our office, and yes, there are actually bees inside Burt's Bees office, or very close to being inside anyways. So this is an image, the bottom left corner of the screen, of our lobby where you would, as a guest, come and maybe wait for an appointment or a meeting. And here is a live hive. There's very thick plexiglass on either side, and during the warm months, you're able to see the bees in there actively making honey. And then from the outside of the building, it's closed now, but where the big poster is, that is a wooden door that slides open, and on the warmer days, it's open to allow any passerby to look at the hives, and the poster has a lot of information to educate people on the importance of bees and to help the bees thrive by doing things like planting wildflowers and pollinating plants, for example. So the little bees, they go down this opening at the top of the tin roof there, down the black tube and into the hive that you can then see inside. So that's a picture of our main lobby. And then on the top right, this is actually our research and development lab. There is no plexiglass, there's no hazmat suits, I mean hair nets, yes, but it is open to the office, and we are able to do that because we are working with such, the ingredients that we're using are so safe. So in some synthetic-based cosmetic and personal care brands in their research and development lab, they would need to be behind closed doors in order that the fumes or chemicals aren't going to irritate any of the other staff. But right on the other side of this carpet, you see the black flooring there. There's open cubicles where people are working and enjoying the scent of clary sage and lavender and honey and beeswax. Our operations in Durham, North Carolina is zero waste to landfill. So we reduce, we reuse, we recycle. So any waste that we create either in our head office or our manufacturing facility is dealt with in a way that it is not sent to landfill. So we do send some waste to waste-to-energy facility where it is burned for energy, but we've been zero waste to landfill since 2011, and we're also certified carbon neutral. This is a nice slide that talks about our whole story. So we've kind of covered off our history a little bit, our values being ingredients from nature, responsible sourcing, recyclable packaging, and no animal testing. So those are 4 of our core values that Burt's Bees live by every day, with every product developed, with every product shipped out the door. And I'm going to go into deeper detail of our values in the upcoming slides, as well as talking a bit more about our efforts on the product, planet, and people that we seek to touch and to encourage to embrace nature, to be true to nature. So I won't go in reading this slide because I'm going to cover it off in greater detail. If you have any questions, don't feel shy. Add your chats into the chat box. And we'll start with our first value, ingredients from nature. So our formulas overall range from 98.5 to 100% natural. On average, they're 99.6% natural, and every product that you purchase from Burt's Bees that you would apply to the lips is 100% natural origin. So some of the ingredients, we source over 1,000 ingredients, so I don't think I'll go and introduce you to all of those today, but looking at some of the key ingredients that we feature in our lip balms, I'm going to start off with beeswax. So I'm going to go back a slide. So if on average our formulas are about 99% natural origin, you're correct. The 1% that's not natural would be the preservative to help ensure a safe shelf life of 3 years, and I'll talk to that again in a few moments. When we look at some of the key ingredients in our lip balm, one of the unique items that we have in our formulas is beeswax. Of course, we're going back to our heritage. Burt Shavitz, the beekeeper. But the wonderful things with beeswax, there's many benefits of using this in lip balm products and some of our other skincare products as well. It's a natural emulsifier, so it helps to bind the ingredients of our lip balms together. It has a little bit of color to add to the formulation, and it helps to seal in the skin's moisture to act as a breathable barrier. So imagine you're applying your lip balm, you're adding avocado oil or sunflower oil, all the different emollients to hydrate the lip of the skin, and then the beeswax creates a breathable barrier to help hold those moisturizers in the skin and protect your lips from the wind or the dryness of being inside with the heat on or the furnace on. So beeswax is a very important ingredient and obviously aligned with our honeybee heritage. Sunflower oil is used as one of our key ingredients in lip balms as well. It's very high in vitamin E, non-comedogenic, so it won't clog pores, and it's very quickly absorbed into the skin, so that's nice to get the benefit right away. Shea butter, this is the queen of emollients, very rich in vitamins, minerals, protein. It contains natural fatty acids, nourishes and moisturizes the skin, and also helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and improve skin's elasticity. And I'm going to talk more about shea butter in a few slides. Jojoba oil, rich in vitamin E and B complex vitamins. It's easily and quickly absorbed. Olive oil, very high in oleic acid, and this humectant effectively penetrates skin, providing nourishing moisture and softening for the skin. Castor seed oil, this is an ingredient that our grandmas and great-grandmas used to rely on, and it has a bit of a thicker, sticky texture, and it helps to lubricate the lips really well. Iron oxide, these are FDA-approved natural colorants. We don't use any synthetic dyes or colors, and these are made from minerals from the earth. So a very quick synopsis of some of the key ingredients that you'll find in our lip balms. Now, we've already sort of talked about this, but yes, if our Burt's Bees formulas on average are about 99% natural origin, what's the non-natural? It is a safe preservative. We're very transparent with our formulas. They're all listed on our packaging, on our website, burtsbees.ca. And in order to keep our products safe, particularly those with water content, we look to this synthetic preservative called phenoxyethanol as the main preservative that we use in our formulas. It's non-paraben, non-formaldehyde building. And the other two preservatives that you'll sometimes see on a few of our products is potassium sorbate and ascorbyl palmitate. And keeping our products safe, obviously, is very important. Most Burt's Bees products have a 3-year shelf life, and so offering that type of shelf life and ensuring the products are safe, obviously, very important to us. Now, our product packaging used to say % natural. So if you picked up a moisturizing cream, for example, it might say 99.0% natural. And recently, we've been transitioning our packaging, so you might start to notice this on your packaging at retail, is that we're changing that to read % natural origin. So we've always offered this. We've called this our natural bar on the packaging. Every package you'll find somewhere. Sometimes you have to, turn around to the back or lift up a little bit of the corner of the packaging. But we've always had the % natural of the formula easy for you to find. And now we're switching to % natural origin as a result of us being involved with and proactively adopting the first and only international guideline for personal care and natural and organic cosmetic and personal care products. So it's called the ISO 16128. That is sort of the standard that we reference to, and this is sort of under the umbrella of the International Standards Organization that works on a lot of different industries for standards and guidelines. And so in adopting this, what it means is that it's very specific on what companies can refer to as a natural ingredient or a naturally derived ingredient. And you take those two different classifications together to come up with your final result of what the % natural origin is. So for example, if you look at a coconut and you squeeze a coconut and you get the coconut oil out of the coconut, that coconut oil is a natural ingredient. If you take the coconut oil and put it through a very simple process called hydrolysis to create glycerin and fatty acids, if we were to use the glycerin in our formulas, we would classify that as a naturally derived ingredient. Now, it's a little complicated, but the good news is, after we went through this very strict change in the guidelines after we've adopted that for ourselves. It didn't change any of the percent naturals that we were reporting because we've always been so strict ourselves. So if we had a formula that used to be 99% natural, it's now 99% natural origin, where some brands in adopting this ISO 16128, their percent natural may have declined because they might not have been classifying the ingredients the same way we were. So that's a bit of a toughie. I know it's a lot of information on one slide, but I hope that is of interest to you. Let's have a look at now our responsible ingredient sourcing. So this beautiful map doesn't capture all of the sites that we visit or secure our ingredients from, but it gives you an idea of how far and wide Burt's Bees looks to find ingredients from nature that are going to nourish the skin. So we do visit, not myself personally, unfortunately, but we do have team members who visit a lot of these sites around the world in order to ensure the harvesting, the planting, the harvesting, and the processing of the ingredients are meeting our standards. And we also spend time in those communities to help them and work with them. So I'll start off by saying we source 1,000 or over 1,000 ingredients from over 100 countries around the world. To date, our team has visited sites where we source our butters, like cocoa butter, shea butter. We have visited over 90% of those sites. We've visited over 95% of the sites where we secure our waxes, like beeswax and flower waxes. And we've made commitments and had positive impact on over 15,000 people through 9 ingredient sourcing community partnerships or programs that we've developed and worked with. So we have created programs in remote areas on health and safety, for example, helping women build safer fires for cooking for their family, fireplaces, I guess. We work on women and children's empowerment programs, on helping communities with their biodiversity and having access to clean water. So 3 examples of this. With Tanzania beekeepers, we have supplied them with safety beekeeping suits. They're not pictured here with the hats and the screens to keep them safe from bees, but that is one project that we worked on in order to help a community with health and safety. In Ghana, we've worked with Ghanaian cooperatives in the shea butter projects, and we've helped train and help improve their cook stove and kernel processing, and provided guidance and leadership and training for economic empowerment. The vast majority of people who work in the shea butter collection and creation process are women, and so we are working very closely with those communities, and the women are really shining and having a lot of success with their entrepreneurial endeavors with their shea butter business. And then we have a new project that's focused on agroforestry and environmental education with our cupuaçu butter ingredient partners in Brazil. I feel like I'm only giving you the top of the stories, but I do have a lot of information, and so I hope, if nothing else, this kind of plants the seeds on giving you information on a lot of different areas where we're focusing. And of course, if you have questions about any of these specific programs or partnerships, you can always email me and ask more questions, or go to burtsbees.ca/values to find information, or a quick Google. It's a great story. I'm very, very proud to work with a company like Burt's Bees and Clorox that has so many positive initiatives. Here's another one, responsible mica sourcing. So mica, pictured here, is a mineral, or a rock, a mineral that has a really beautiful reflective quality, and we use it in our lip shimmers, in our cosmetics, to get that nice, natural, reflective quality. Most, certainly over half of the mica that Burt's Bees uses in our formulas is sourced from the United States. for any mica that originates outside of the U.S., in India, for example, we source only from mica suppliers who are members of the Responsible Mica Initiative. And we are a founding member of that initiative, which is focused on the global, putting policies into practice, in a global coalition that is going to establish fair and responsible and sustainable mica supply chain, particularly in the states of Jharkhand and Bihar in India, that will eliminate unacceptable working conditions and eradicate child labor by 2022. So again, I feel great that we're supporting this type of an endeavor and being founding member of the Responsible Mica Initiative. Let's turn now to recyclable packaging that Burt Bees offers. So we do feel it's very important to have our beautiful products in sustainable packaging. We avoid over-packaging. We choose high-integrity materials that are more readily recyclable, and we limit mixed materials, meaning a container that might have metal and a plastic and various elements that make it hard to recycle. And we use innovative recycled materials wherever possible. So if you look at our lip balm, just as an example, the plastics in our lip balm tubes are made with 50% post-consumer recycled plastic. The label itself is colored with vegetable-based inks, not dyes. Our label extends just a little bit over the cap so that it's a safety seal that you have to remove, as opposed to having shrink wrap around the whole lip balm, which is excessive packaging in our opinions. And in making that change, we avoid almost 3,000 kilometers of plastic shrink wrap annually. And once you're finished using our product, you can recycle it at TerraCycle. I'm going to tell you more about TerraCycle in a moment. We have sustainable packaging in all of our products. So I'm just pointing out a couple, and we're constantly working to improve our packaging as well. So for example, when we first launched our cleansing towelettes, it had a rigid closure, like a stiff plastic closure with like a little door. And we decided or determined that that was a bit of excessive packaging. So we switched to a soft plastic film closure, which reseals. And in making that change, we've eliminated 108,000 pounds of waste from landfills every year. That's equivalent to almost 10 million yogurt cups. So that one little change, eliminating over 100,000 pounds of waste from landfill. Looking at our cosmetic packaging, we've got all sorts of information on this slide. So with our cosmetics, when we first launched our lipsticks, this was the big news for our post-consumer recycled content, that our lipstick tube was 60% PCR. Also, if you notice, our lipsticks feel quite light compared to some competitive lipsticks. Some brands will put a heavy weight, like a piece of metal, in the base of their lipstick container in order to give the illusion that you're getting more product, which is something we don't do. So we're getting the same amount of product, but we're not adding extra packaging or weight to our lipstick container. Our new retractable eyeliner consists of 20% PCR. Our original eyeliners and brow pencils are made from responsibly sourced cedar wood. You can see the PCR content on even the blister packs. The mattifying powder foundations, lash and eyeshadow compacts are made from 75% post-consumer recycled content. And look at our newer Olive Flutter mascaras. That's our highest to date at 81% PCR. Our packaging also tries to communicate some information to consumers to let them know what we're doing. So here's our percent natural origin on the back of the eyeshadow here, and our values indicated as well. So once you finish using your Burt's Bees personal care or cosmetic and you have an empty container, you are able to recycle that plastic container in most municipal recycling blue box programs. However, if you are wanting to go another route, or your municipality doesn't accept all the plastics that we may have, then you are able to go to TerraCycle. The website's down here at terracycle.com, and print off a prepaid label and put your Burt's Bees product packaging into an envelope or box, put the TerraCycle label on, and pop it in the mail for free, and it'll be sent to TerraCycle, and this organization will upcycle that plastic to a new product, like a cutting board or a toothbrush. So it's getting circularly put back into the market as opposed to going to landfill. So please tell your customers about TerraCycle, and I encourage you to try it as well. The fourth value that we introduced at the beginning of the presentation referred to no animal testing and cruelty-free. So this quote from Roxanne Quimby states, "Burt's Bees has always had the philosophy that since we take from nature, we must give back to nature." And honeybee health has always been near and dear to our heart. Obviously, our heritage started with a beekeeper. So for all of us in the privileged world of having an abundant source of fruits and vegetables year-round, we're accustomed to that. And what we may not realize is that these little bees do a lot of work in order to get those fresh produce items to our stores and into our homes and into our happy bellies. We rely on bees for a third of the food that we eat, whether it's apples or coffee or chocolate. These little pollinators help to pollinate these plants in order to grow these fruits and vegetables. And sadly, bee populations have been declining by about a third of their numbers per year due to unhealthy environments and loss of habitats. So as our cities are expanding, their habitats are decreasing. Solitary pollinator bees make up over 90% of the bee population, spreading pollen and nectar from plant to plant. So Burt's Bees has collaborated with the Pollinator Partnership Program when this decline of bee population became apparent to scientists around the world. They dubbed it the colony collapse disorder. So in 2007, we began collaborating with Pollinator Partnership, and together we promote the health of honeybees and humans through conservation, education, and research. So I mentioned the planting of over 15 billion wildflower seeds. That was one of our actions that we took, but we have done many, many. I'm going to share a few with you and invite you to help us save the bees. So we began in 2007 with a public service announcement with Burt. This is something, if you went onto YouTube, you could easily find. Burt's Bees, I've got the link here if you receive the presentation afterwards, if you request it. And he's basically saying, you know, we rely on the bees to pollinate our foods and help us save the bees. We ran a really fun program in Canada a few years ago, Wild for Bees, building bee hotels. We worked in partnership with the Fairmount hotels across Canada, and we built bee hotels, shown here in the images, out of their wooden structures. Essentially, a bee hotel is simply any type of enclosure with little sticks going into it, and the bees will come here and they'll nestle in between the little twigs there and have their sleep and safety at the end of a busy day. So Burt's Bees had done this initiative a few years ago, and the bee hotels are still standing. If you, for example, go down to the Royal York, downtown Toronto, you can get special visitation to go up to the roof to see the honeybees and the bee hotels we put there. And I know out in BC at Whistler, it's still there. I saw it the last time I was able to travel out there with trade shows, etc. So it's something that's really remained. And essentially, if you build a bee hotel, they will come. So this is something you can add to your own backyard. We also did a series of videos with Isabel Rossellini, and these are also available on YouTube if you want to see. They're pretty funny. They're a bit like quirky, but it's trying to educate people on bees. And there she is, dressed up like Burt with the newspaper beard. So we've done annual education and awareness programs like this, as well as things as simple as having specially marked lip balm packaging where there's a percent of the profit that goes to fund these initiatives and increase, support scientists looking to find the cause and a cure. The cause is multifaceted, but colony collapse disorder can be, you could say that some of the elements that impact the bees is loss of habitat, fertilization and chemicals, and disease. So we're working with scientists to help do our part. Other initiatives that Burt's Bees is undertaking with E.O. Wilson and the Half Earth Project. This is a movement to help protect half the Earth. I know that sounds a little bit unusual, but if we are able to protect half of the land and water on Earth, we will protect about 85% of species. So we are unfortunately experiencing high rates of extinction. So everything we can do to protect land and waters where species are most heavily concentrated or populated, we can have a really strong impact. So Burt's Bees and our foundation, we signed up with the Half Earth Project to commit to map 6,000 bee species worldwide. And by mapping where these 6,000 species live, then the organization can then go, okay, there's a high population of bees in this area. Let's look what we can do to preserve land in that area. Such a great initiative. The Half Earth Project has a really great program on Earth Day if you're interested. You can sign up like a webinar. So not a surprise with all these initiatives, Burt's Bees was named the #1 brand in the US in 2018 by the Union for Ethical Biotrade Biodiversity Barometer as the most ethical brand. So we received 20 points in the US. Starbucks was rated second with a score of 5. Whole Foods Market had 4 points. So certainly indicates Burt's Bees has a very strong reputation for being ethical. And we are seen as a brand that takes action to respect people and biodiversity. And if you're not sure what biodiversity means, it refers to the many different living organisms in various geographic locations around the world. So it's an important aspect of nature. All of this information on our formulations, our sustainable packaging, our initiatives with our responsible ingredient partners is all encapsulated in our biannual sustainability reports. So this is showing you our 2018. The 2020 report is going to be released within a few weeks. So if you wish to have a look at that, if you just type into Google Burt's Bees Sustainability Report or go onto the Clorox website or Burt's Bees website, you'll be able to find it. Or ask me, and once the new 2020 report comes out, I'll email it to you. Any questions? I'm just going to pause for a moment. If there's any questions on that content, please let me know. Any comments? The last comment I have in the chat box says, I love the lip balm. So that is epic. That's like so classic Burt's Bees. Everyone loves our lip balm. Everyone still with me? Can I get a couple of yeses and I'll go forward. I just want to make sure I haven't lost everybody. We've got 20. Oh, yes. Wonderful. So with that introduction to the whole story of Burt's Bees, it's now time to introduce you to some products. And look at the journey Burt's Bees has been on from Maine, the state of Maine in the US, to mainstream all around the world. So we started in 1984 with that little cute honeybee candle. and then launched our lip balm, beeswax peppermint oil lip balm, and have just continued to add a variety of personal care through the years. And we are always seeking to delight consumers with our formulas, offering items that are on trend, as well as classics that just ride through the ages. So for example, when Oprah said acai berry was the next best, high antioxidant food everyone needed, we launched an acai berry lip balm. So we try to keep on top of the trends a little bit, but we're always looking to nature and food for our inspiration, not to what the, cosmetic with chemicals or synthetic ingredients are able to achieve. We're looking for natural inspiration. Burt's Bees is an award-winning brand with our products. Last year we won 2 Best New Products awards by the Brand Spark International Survey, which surveys consumers across Canada. So our lip and cheek sticks won Best New Products in the lip and cheek coloring category, and our overnight lip treatment won Best New Product in the lip care category. And if you have not tried this little overnight lip treatment, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to it. Every morning and night I apply this. It's just, to me, I feel it is the best lip care item we've ever launched. It has incredible hydration. It's just a perfect glide on there. You instantly feel like your lips are luscious and hydrated and protected. So new product awards, we are ranked the #9 cosmetic brand in Canada. What? Okay, think about this. We just launched cosmetics in January 2018. 3 years in, we're ranked #9 against all the big players in the cosmetic industry. That really speaks volumes to me, not only in how efficacious our cosmetics are with the great long-lasting color, the good color payoff, the buildability, but also the interest in natural. And that is just, an ongoing growing trend that is just beautiful to see, because it's great for our wellness and for the earth, having less synthetic chemicals going down the drain and into our water stream. So love that we have achieved that already. We have won an international award for our merchandising, so the way we do our displays and fixturing and in-store communication. And we were voted the most trusted brand, natural cosmetic brand in Canada by Brand Spark International as well. So just, I think it's important to kind of pause and go, wow, yeah, okay, so they're not just a little lip balm company from Maine. We are getting national recognition and international recognition on our accomplishments. So we're here to stay. And we certainly want to honor our heritage, and where we came from was our lip care. So a quick introduction, we really look at lip care as skincare. We want to ensure that all of our lip care provides moisture and nourishment, which is so important to the lip. Your lips do not have sebaceous glands. They don't have that hydrolipid film that the rest of your skin has to stay moisturized and protected. So we feel it's really important to provide nourishing base hydrating ingredients like rich coconut oil, sunflower oil, castor seed oil to hydrate the lip, and then that beeswax to create the breathable barrier on the lip. Our responsibly sourced beeswax provides that barrier. And our lip care and certainly all of our formulas do not contain petroleum. Petroleum and petrolatum, those are ingredients that you often will find in lip products because it gives that feeling of glide and also the feeling of being protected, that it's that occlusive solid film on the lip. But petroleum ingredients will likely draw moisture out of the skin. So that's part of why people love our lip balm so much, is that they are designed to care, nourish, moisturize, and protect and delight our consumers. Got a question in the chat box. Are our products vegan? We are not certified vegan. We do use ingredients like milk, royal jelly from bees, honey and beeswax, carmine for colorant. So we're not certified vegan, nor are we certified organic. Sometimes I hear people talk about Burt's Bees as an organic brand. We're not certified organic. We are truly natural and responsibly sourced, but we've made the decision at this point anyways not to become certified organic in order to try to keep our ingredient suppliers to allow them to continue to do what they do without having to pay the high fees of getting certified organic and to keep our prices affordable for consumers. So here's a slide that looks at our lip balm. So lots of different colored lids. They do all go on clear, except for the pomegranate oil, I would say, has like the tiniest pitch of a little bit of the red hue from the pomegranate oil. But what our lip balms do provide is a good choice of flavors. So someone who loves cucumber mint, they're going to have that nice fresh experience. Or someone who wants something a little cozier, the vanilla bean. So we're always refreshing the flavors. Our latest launch is not on this slide, I just noticed, is our sweet mandarin. So that is just launching now, coming out to stores. So if you like a fresh fruit flavor, that's a really lovely one. And we've also launched an advanced relief lip balm with turmeric that has twice the butters, twice the waxes, and is really hydrating and caring for extremely dry lips. And it has a eucalyptus flavor. So look for that coming out to stores as well. Lip color, we have such a broad assortment. We have our classic lip shimmers here in the yellow packaging, which is soon going to change to a more modern, refreshed packaging. But we have 12 shades of lip shimmers. People are very loyal to this little product. $5.99 has the same base formula as our peppermint oil beeswax lip balm with great color, a little bit of mica for a shimmer. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me start over on the left here. We've got a gloss that's actually only available in the US. We have our matte crayon, great precision, and our matte crayon and gloss crayons, they have very long-lasting color. So I really like recommending our crayons to individuals. The tinted lip balm is for sure my favorite as far as broad appeal. If you have consumers who are 90 years old and very, low pigment or white hair, this is going to be a nice, soft little touch of color with great hydration with shea butter. If you've got moms with young children who want to play a little bit of lip color, 100% natural, just a hint of color, can't go wrong with the tinted lip balm. And for those of us in between those ages, having this in my pocket, my purse, my backpack, whatever, you can put this on easily without having to worry about it having a mirror because it's just a nice hint of color. It's not a heavy, dense color that you need to stay within the line. Then we have our squeezy gloss, lipsticks that come in matte and satin finishes, our matte stick with incredible hydration. How many people have kind of given up on matte lip color because it's drying, right? So try Burt's Bees matte sticks, beautiful shades, some really interesting colors into the mauve shades even, and there's abundance of really rich butters that make this a hydrating formula. So tinted lip oil, here's this nice long lip oil with a little brush on the top. So lots of different formats, lots of finishes. We've got matte, we've got shine, we've got satin and gloss, and a nice option for whatever your customer is looking for, all displayed together. So those are our lip colors. We have a beautiful array of natural cosmetics. We launched in 2018 with 32 products, including liquid foundation, mattifying powder foundations that is not drying because there's honey in the formula to hydrate. The liquid foundation gives great coverage and stays all day because we have sugarcane squalane in the formula to hold it still. Beautiful trio eyeshadow palettes, eyeliners, brow pencils. People rave about our blonde brow pencil because the shade is so natural and complexion appealing. So that's a really nice option. option. Our mascaras are to die for, 100% natural. They feature jojoba oil to hydrate the lashes, beeswax to give texture and provide all-day adherence. Just a fantastic assortment, and we're always launching new. So if you're able to join my Cosmetic Innovation webinar, I cover off the new cosmetics that we've just launched in January. Skincare, I'm going to give a little more detail on skincare, just because I think it's an area for bees that so many people overlook, and we have a beautiful assortment of skincare that performs so well. Here's some images of our heritage and must-have singles. So they're not part of a line, but the beautiful performance. Our Rose Micellar Toning Water removes makeup so easily. It cleanses the face. It gives a nice toning action. Beautiful rose, natural rose extract from Morocco. It's really, really lovely. 3-in-1 product. We've launched recently our refreshing foaming cleanser, really soft, gentle foam with cucumber and mint. Can't get fresher feeling than that. Deep cleansing cream. This is great for men and women. It has chamomile, and it's a really nice thick cream cleanser. Our cleansing oil features coconut and argan oil. There is no water in here. It is very effective at removing makeup, dirt, oil, rinses off easily. I use this every morning. I love starting my day with this, and your skin just feels so fresh. For a lovely exfoliant once or twice a week, try our Deep Pore Scrub. The little exfoliant factors is from finely ground peach stone. We have an assortment of cleansing towelettes. This is one of my favorites. The micellar removes makeup like a dream. And then we have a herbal complexion stick in case anyone gets the occasional pimple or spot. This is tea tree, eucalyptus, very, very effective. We also have some skincare lines that are clinically proven. So our sensitive skincare line is clinically proven to cleanse, moisturize, soothe, and calm sensitive skin without causing redness or irritation, and is recognized by the Eczema Association. You have a cream cleanser, a beautiful hygienic pump, airless pump, day moisturizing cream, an eye cream, and a rich night cream. Dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, fragrance-free, allergy-free. If you have customers with sensitive skin, I can't rave about this enough. And then if you have customers with acne, we currently have our anti-blemish solution, which is transitioning to natural acne solutions in March. And this formula is clinically shown to prevent and reduce oil and acne. It's dermatologist tested. The active ingredient is salicylic acid, which is the most common active ingredient for acne formulas. Typically, brands would use a synthetic form. We use natural salicylic acid derived from black willow bark. All the acne formulas are awarded NPN numbers from Health Canada and range from 99 to 100% natural. Our new formula come March is also going to feature Sika, so very well known for soothing and calming. And our newest launch into skincare just came into our warehouse in January, so coming to your store soon. Truly Glowing, so beautiful hydrating skincare line, features our Hydrate and Glow complex, also has naturally derived hyaluronic acid. So there are 7 products to choose from. You would recommend, as far as a full regime, 5 products. A gel cleanser, beautiful, soft, light, foamy cleanser, really easy to rinse off. We have our Glow Booster, a lovely serum to really provide a lot of antioxidant oils to the skin. An eye gel cream, which gives a really nice illumination to the eye area. Our daily gel cream and a night cream. Specifically for very dry skin, we have the dry skin day lotion and a dry skin night cream. So fantastic skincare line. The scent is divine. We actually worked with a perfume house. So the natural fragrance in our Truly Glowing has top notes, mid notes, base notes, just like a perfume, but it's natural and it's very, very fresh scent. I love it. Hand, body, foot care. We have an assortment for those areas of the body too. I would say on this page, my all-time favorite is the Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. I have it in my desk drawer. I use it all the time. It's really lovely. Look at how well used that is. So I need another one soon. But you just apply a little bit to the cuticles and I rub that in. I'm getting this lovely fresh lemon scent. And by doing so, you're adding vitamin E and hydration and protection. I just put it all over the hands. And that is just an easy little sell for someone to pop into their purse for you. We have our almond and milk, very rich hand cream, as well as the shea butter, two very rich hand creams, hand salve. The sales of our hand salve really, when COVID started, it offers deep, deep hydration, almost like a treatment, and provides like an invisible glove to the skin to protect it. Our milk and honey body lotion, coconut foot cream, and newer 3 launches. These are lavender and honey, rosemary lemon, and orange blossom and pistachio hand creams. Beautiful scents, natural scents, and they all include a botanical that is pollinated by bees. So that's a really nice addition to our hand care as well. We see we've only got a couple minutes left. Of course, our babies. We can't forget our beautiful baby line, 98.9 to 100% natural origin. So we've got shampoo and washes, bubble bath, oil, lotions, diaper ointment with 40% zinc, and a multi-purpose ointment, similar to no, I've forgotten it, like a jelly. So it is great for the diaper area, but really nice for hand care, lip care as well. I love it. It has such a fresh baby scent. So that ends the bulk of my training on our Burt's Bees 101. I just want to ensure everyone is aware of all of the education resources that I put together for you. I'm launching in March this brand new Burt's Bees education website, so stay tuned for that. I have an e-magazine, more webinars. I have tutorials on Brain Shark, a monthly e-newsletter hopefully you're receiving. If you're not, you can ask your cosmetics manager, where is it? Product knowledge sheets like this that have all the features and benefits of every Burt's Bees product we sell in Canada. Brochures, there's the e-newsletter. This is an image of the e-magazine. Not sure if we're going to have our Buzz About Burt's in-store education program this year, but I will be issuing new demo boxes that you can hold behind the counter for safe demonstration of our newest innovation. A quick quiz, who's game? We've got a few questions and then I'll wrap it up. Can anyone name 1 or 2 of Burt's Bees values? And as you're typing in, I've got a couple answers. Most people are saying nature. So ingredients from nature, responsible sourcing, recyclable packaging, and no animal testing. Those are our core 4 values. Yeah, we're getting more and more cruelty-free, absolutely environment, natural. So just a nice reminder there. What organic partner are we working with for our Recycle on Us program? Can anyone remember the name of the company? I'll give it to you. TerraCycle. So I really hope that you encourage customers to utilize this program, help us reduce waste to landfill. Next question. What % natural is Burt's Bees lip care? This I'm hoping we get some right answers. Got 99, 99.5. Our lip care, oh, there we go, 100%, 100%. I've got some right answers. So every Burt's Bees lip product, whether it's our lipstick, tinted lip oil, tinted lip balm, anything you put on your lips, even our lip and cheek sticks, are 100% natural origin. The average woman will consume 4 to 7 pounds of lip product in her lifetime. Let's make sure it's based on coconut oil and almond oil and castor seed oil. Last question. If Burt's Bees products, if there is a Burt's Bees product that is 99% natural origin, what is most likely to be that one, or what is the 1% that's not natural? What synthetic ingredient would we add to our water? Oh, yeah, there we go. Preservative. You guys are on the ball. Thank you for being so attentive. I really appreciate it. And safe preservative is the answer. So phenoxyethanol, there's a spelling for you, as well as potassium sorbate and a sorbitol palmitate you'll find in our formulations to provide that 3-year shelf life. Any questions from anyone on the chat box that I haven't covered yet? And questions, if you feel that you haven't entered the correct address for receiving the gift, whatever address you've entered, whether it's your home or your business, I can certainly work with that. I just wanted to suggest that you use your store address to just ensure everyone's privacy. But if there's any question when it comes time to send out the gifts, I can email you. I'll have your emails from your registration. No problem. So here's my email, buzzaboutburts@burtsbees.com. Oh, if you've entered your home address into the registration, you don't have to change it. That's fine. So if you want, you can email me at buzzaboutburts@burtsbees.com just to remind me. And if you would prefer to change it from your home address to your store address, you can just put that in an email. You don't have to go back into the registration. I always worry that if you go back into any type of webinar registration, something's going to go amok. So we'll keep it simple. Please feel free to contact me with any questions or any requests for education resources that you haven't been aware of. You can email me at buzzaboutburts@burtsbees.com. I'm happy to connect with you, provide you with extra education. I hope you enjoyed this session. It's an hour is a long time to sit and listen, and I'm just like the fire hose funneling a lot of content. So if you have a moment and you're able to let me know what you thought of this session, whether in this chat box or send me an email, I would really appreciate it. And I'm hoping that this is going to resonate with people and that you will be willing to help us spread the word about the beauty, power, and wisdom of nature, and encouraging people to stay true to nature. So thank you very, very much for attending today's session. Be well, stay safe, and stay true to nature.